Welcome to Blue Tinted Glasses, the home of Leicester City talk on YouTube. Fan debates, live watch-alongs, post-match reactions, and all the Foxes banter you could ask for. Subscribe now and see the game through Blue Tinted Glasses.
Just into race clear. He's got Jamie Vardy with him. Jamie Vardy sets off. Jamie Vardy! Pull back here for Darwin. Oh, he scored! An absolute belter! That is trademark Abdul Fatahwood.
This one into the box. Nugent over the top. Oh, what a goal! David Nugent's just scored a beauty. He's made Forest look like fools.
Premier League champions 2016. The amazing Leicester City.
Good evening and welcome back to Blue Tinted Glasses. It's Monday night and it means it's time for a call-in show. This is the first call-in show in, I want to say 3 weeks. Somebody could correct me there, but I'm pretty sure it's the first one in 3 weeks. It could even be a month. Who knows? Let me know if you know. Hope you're all doing well. Make sure to hit a like on the video. Make sure to hit subscribe as well. And make sure to call in if you want to come and have a chat about all things Leicester. Anything you want. The link is in the description of the video, and it's now being posted in the live chat again. So please click the link. There it is. Come and have your say. We've already got a few people waiting, so we'll get into them shortly, and then anybody else who wants to call in, please do so. Who's here? Hello to Ray. Evening all. Nice to have football routine back, including the BTG call in on a Monday. Good evening to you, Kunal, mate. Hope you're doing well. Zola, good evening to you as always too. Yeah, and just a quick one from me as well, by the way. Thanks to everybody who voted, if you did vote in the Football Content Awards over the last few weeks. We are finalists for that, so I know that I put the link out in quite a few places and other people on the channel were doing it as well, so thank you to anybody who did vote. Did I hear about the point seduction? What point seduction, Zola? Have I missed something in the last, 10 seconds? I don't see nothing about a point seduction. Or do you mean from a few weeks ago when, a couple of weeks ago when Percy was talking about it? How much was the Leicester sign behind you? Interesting story, actually. This is passed down to me from a family member. This was outside, I want to say Filbert Street, but it might not have been Filbert Street. It might have been Beaver Drive, one of the two. I can't remember which one. Anyway, it was either outside Beaver Drive or Filbert Street. On one of the walls, and now it's here. So there we go. Right. And then another quick one from me, by the way. Just again, you've probably seen the video, but if you fancy yourself one of them bad boys up there, look at that Jamie Vardy print from the beautiful frame. If you want to check them out and you do decide to get one, then use the code BTG12. I'm lagging now. BTG12 at checkout. Okay, let's get into our first caller. The first caller for tonight is going to be Craig from the Dallas Foxes. So we'll get him in just a second. As a reminder, there is the link. Click that link and come and have your say. Cheers, Alex, mate. Hope you're doing well, pal. Short stream for the JJ Wankalong. No, I mean, I'll. What channel is it on? Is it Sky or ITV or something? Or it's going to be on S4C, innit? The Welsh channel. I'll try get it up ready so I can watch the last 15 minutes. Although the call-in show might not go on that long. We'll see who calls in. Right, let's get him in. It's going to be Craig from the Dallas Foxes. Hello, mate. What's going on?
Hey, Lex, how you doing? How was your vacation?
It was very, very good. Thank you, mate. Very good. Enjoyable. Yeah, very nice.
Well, you were certainly missed. So, I mean, you can't expect Luke to carry your show for you. I mean, you got big shoes to fill, so can't put all that on.
Well, I was, you know what? He came up clutch because he was only meant to cover one, and then I got back on Thursday, and Summit came up on Sunday, so I asked him to cover it again, and he did. So, shout out to Luke. It's on BBC iPlayer, the Wales game. Okay, cheers, mate. Talk to me then, Craig. I mean, it's boring, isn't it? International break, no Leicester City. We were getting excited. I was looking forward to watching Jordan James on Thursday night, but he got spanked. Although he wasn't on the pitch, was he, until the second half? But he is starting tonight. He is starting tonight against Belgium. So Jordan James versus Yuri Tielemans tonight.
Oh, well, maybe he can sweep the leg of Tielemans or something, so he can, he can collect a first red card like Ramsey did in his first match with us. But no, I'll tell you, I'm like in a daze. I can't remember what happened. I can't remember last time Leicester played. I don't know. It's just been so long. It feels like. So,
mate,
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for Saturday. So it's got to get here.
Mate, I know exactly how you feel. It's well, for me it came at a good time because obviously I was away. But yeah, well, this weekend was boring, and I said this on one of the videos on, I think it was the 1st of October before the Swansea game. I said that if we drop points, like another draw or something, you'll be just praying for the international break. But if we win, you want to go again and again and again, and that's what you want to do, And I think it's only after a loss or a draw you kind of want the international break to come to regroup. But this time round, mate, with the win against Swansea, I was like, oh, we need another game. We need to get another 3 points, and hopefully, though, we'll get those next 3 points this weekend, mate.
Yeah, we'll see. I agree with you. It seems like every time we get in a roll or start playing well, there's a break or something happens. Maybe instead of playing within 7 days, it's stretched out to 10 or something. And, and it seems to happen every year that we hit an international break kind of as you're hitting your stride and playing well together, which I thought they did in that last match against Swansea. I thought it was the first time they actually played really well together as a group. So hopefully we'll see that carry forward. I am a little concerned that some of the guys out on international break are going to be tired and probably not featuring the match this weekend, or at least maybe subs. But we'll see. I know IU's getting playing a lot, so I'm not sure how much he's going to play for us this weekend because he's playing a lot for Ghana.
Yeah, well, luckily, I mean, I think for Tawu, he played the first game for Ghana. And then I think he was on the bench in the last game. I don't know. I don't know if he came on or not. Let me have a quick look here. So, let's have a look at their last game. There we go. They played Comoros, whoever they are. Never heard of that country before. Lineups. So, Fatawu came. Okay, so he didn't even come off the bench. So he's been rested. So that's good. He's had a nice rest there. I'm guessing they don't play again. No, they don't. They don't play again. Yeah. So he'll be on his way back. So at least he's gonna be good to go. But like you said, Jordan James, I mean, he is playing tonight, and let's just hope that they come through it, no injuries, mate.
Yeah, and don't we have a couple of people playing on the England under-21 in Manga? I think
Monga and Page. Did Page have something as well?
Yeah. So again, these guys are, they're important to us. I know they're important to country as well. I get it, but I'm always concerned about picking up a nick or something like that during these when they're gone, and how tired they are, how much they're going to be able to recover. So I think this is those opportunities where the players who don't get to play very much have to step up and carry the team for a match or two just to get everybody through it. So we'll see.
What do you make, though, mate? The last 2 games, Patson Daka starts because I was like, Jordan Ayew, it doesn't matter whether it's in my eyes or not, but it looked like in Marty's eyes, Jordan Ayew just was going to play every game. He was undroppable. But Daka played the last 2. I mean, I think there's an argument to be had that in the press, maybe we're better with Daka, but I just, on the ball, mate, and just, I just can't watch him, man. I can't do it.
I think that's what you see is, he's a striker, but he can't finish. And I think we've seen that multiple times, but the energy and the speed he has and how he can press, that's something that Ayew can do, but Daka's much better. But I think what that does, and I think maybe Marty's seeing this, is like, hey, if I can get Daka to create some pressure, that's going to open up maybe some opportunities for our wingers. It's going to open up some opportunities for a midfielder. So there could be a method there that he's actually using him somewhat as a decoy. I don't think people give him a lot of credit for being able to take over a game like a Vardy or a true number 9. But at least he can apply the pressure and actually maybe create some opportunities for others.
Yeah, what's your? I mean, the title of this video is "Are we going up?" I mean, Michael says here, Craig, until Leicester know either way if they will get a big points deduction, it's hard to make a decision on where Leicester will finish in the league. I mean, so for a second, Craig, let's say no points deduction. Are you like, how confident are you we would go up without a deduction?
I think we'll make the playoffs, and
with the deduction. Without a deduction.
Okay. Without a deduction, I see us in the playoffs. I'm not sure about top two. I think unless something happens, in which it can, and throughout the season, teams go through a series of matches where they really just like lose 3 or 4 in a row, or a couple draws and 4 losses, and so maybe they drop out. Everybody does it, right, every year. My take it is that when the thing shakes out, we're going to be in that 3-4 position without a points deduction, and we're going to be playing to get promoted. With a points deduction, I don't see us getting promoted, and I'm not necessarily upset about that. I mean, I know we all get more money when we're in the Premier League. Totally get it. The problem is, unless we have enough, if we have the ability to bring in players with that money and be competitive in the Premier League, we'd probably be better off spending another season in the Championship, getting our finances in order, maybe building up our younger kids a little bit more before we make a big push the year after for the Premier League.
I mean, typically, because we won our last game, Craig, I'm like the complete opposite. I'm saying we're going up regardless, right? I'm feeling confident. I think if we didn't get a deduction, or like if we got maybe 5 points or less, like I think we're a certainty. I just think the other teams in the league just aren't great. The league isn't that good this year. And I just feel like we'll only get better, and I think we've got too much quality. But yeah, we'll see. I get where you're coming from, because if we lost against Portsmouth on the weekend, I would be like, oh, we're not going up, But because we're off the back of 3 points, I'm confident,
So it's interesting. It's interesting you say that, because I was looking at it this morning. I was it was funny because Charles and I were talking like, what are we going to talk about tonight in our show? We got nothing. And the one thing I came up with was, if you look at the table right now, 3rd through 16th is separated by 4 points. Now, it's early in the season. It's only been 9 matches. I get it. But that's tight. That's really tight. So, I mean, you look at Birmingham City down in 16th with 12 points. They win the next 2 matches. Everybody else kind of, falters, a draw or something, and a loss. Next thing you know, they're top 6 in 2 weeks, in 2 matches. I mean, so if you talking about being competitive, that's part of my issue. My issue is I think there's going to be a group of people who separate themselves, who are able to stay competitive at the top. And I don't think we're going to end up top 2 even if we don't get a points deduction. I think it's just going to be too much for us to overcome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking here, mate, at Leicester's fixtures. I mean, so we've got Portsmouth on Saturday, then it's Hull on Tuesday. So Portsmouth, Hull, Millwall, Blackburn. I mean, mate, those 4 games there, I'm looking at them 4. So the Portsmouth games at home, Hull away, Millwall away, Blackburn at home. I'm seeing there, mate, like, I want 9 points. I want 9 points from them 4, man.
So I think you could probably get 9. You probably should get 9, right? But I think, as we all know, it's like a cycle, right? It's almost like a song, right? It has this great buildup and then it drops off, and it has a great buildup and it So I mean, or maybe I should say, maybe it's like that old girlfriend, I mean, she builds you up, and then all of a sudden she pulls a rug out from under you, and that's what Leicester is. And they play great, and all of a sudden they just go down. And so you talk about those 4 matches. I'm sitting here looking at too, because right after that it's Middlesbrough, Norwich, Stoke, Southampton, Sheffield United, all the way through the end of November. And I think if we don't get as many points as we can in the next 4, like you're saying, we're going to hit a lull right there when we hit Middlesbrough on November 4th, and for the month of November, I think we're going to have a tough time. So, which stinks, because I'm coming in November to see 3 matches. So I'll be there at the end of the month to see the 3 matches, and hopefully they'll actually win, because last time I came over they lost every single one of them, and it was disastrous. So hopefully I'm not bad luck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, I'm not denying like there's some banana skins in there. I mean, I just saw somebody say that Portsmouth just there you go.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
Charles.
is that Charles? Charles,
That's
where are you, mate?
Charles.
I don't see you queuing up to join the call in, mate. What are you playing at?
He
mate?
said he wasn't. He said he wasn't available today. So.
Oh, is that right? Hold
yeah,
on,
yeah.
I've got something for him. I've got something for him here, mate. I've got something for him here. Hold on. Charles is a donkey. No, there's banana skins here, of course, but 9 points from Portsmouth, Hull, Millwall, and Blackburn. I think that's a fair, I think that's a fair thing for us to say. And if we did get that, mate, I think if we did get 9 points with just how patchy some of the teams are this season, I think if we got 9 points there, we'd be top of the league after them 4 games. In my opinion, that's what I think we would be. To be honest with you, although it depends on how Coventry continue, right? Because they're on one.
I don't disagree with you. The thing is, I think just like every team, like I was saying, every team's going to go through a spell where we're gonna have to endure some really bad play or everybody else playing better, and it's going to happen. And so that's why I keep saying we got to beat these teams at the bottom of the table. We got to beat these teams that are up with us, because if we're beating the teams that are in the top 6, those are the guys we're going to be battling with at the end of the season. And we keep letting points slide. Didn't do it against Swansea, but hey. We can't do it. I mean, the way I look at it from now to the end of November, we need to be pulling out as many points as possible so we can gear ourselves up for a January transfer window.
Oof, let's see how that fucking goes, eh? I do think we're going to lose a couple. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I think it's probably more of a good thing. I think we'll. I've been seeing a transfer rumour today of Samare, and I'm thinking with 6 months left on his contract, if you get an offer for him, you should probably sell, especially now that we've got JJ. I mean, if we didn't have JJ, I'd be saying, okay, no, we probably do need to keep Samare, but I don't think we need to keep him. Maybe, I'm not saying he's going to go, but I do have a feeling someone's going to come knocking for Abdul Fattawu in January. I do see that happening as well. So,
absolutely. There's a couple of guys that are going to be people are going to be making money grabs for. Too bad it's not going to be people we want to go out the door. So,
as long as Abdul doesn't do a Bilal. Talking of Bilal.
Yeah. So, oh god. So I've had in the last couple of days. I'm not used to the way football run in England. Right. I'm used to the American stuff, and so it's a little bit different. But I keep getting these news alert. Leicester City strikers played his last match. I'm like, who is it? And they're like, Bilal El Khanous. I said, I could have told you that 6 months ago. I mean, this is not breaking news, and we've got people this week saying it's breaking news. I'm like, obviously it must be a dead news cycle if that's your breaking news, because everybody who's a Leicester fan knew that already. So
yeah,
there we go.
Yeah,
I'm done. I'm done. Live.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, mate, I'm going to let you go. But yeah, cheers for calling in, mate. Much appreciated. And everybody make sure to check out. Give it a plug. You plug it yourself.
Yeah. So tonight, Charles and I will be on Dallas Foxes at Foxes on the Box. We'll see us tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time local. So if you're up at like 2 a.m. there in the UK, please join us. We'll be live and we'll be talking about what's coming up in the next week. So please give us a shout.
Lovely stuff. Cheers, Greg. See you soon, mate. All the best. Cheers. Right, next call is going to be Ryan. There we go. I'm back to doing this again. Fucking hell. Giving myself neck strain by doing this. Crystal Palace being linked to JJ if they lose Adam Wharton in January window. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how that would stand legally, mate. I don't think they would be able to sign him because he's on loan with us unless Ren... have a recall clause, but I would imagine they don't have a clause to recall because they probably didn't. Yeah, so I don't think that's. I think that's a non-starter, Michael. To be honest, but next summer, who knows, mate? Yeah, if he has a good year with us and comes to the summer and he just decides to join them over us, yeah, it could happen. But I don't think in January, mate. It sounds like a load of BS to me. Right, let's get Ryan in here. He is. What's going on, mate?
Hello, Ox. How are you doing?
All good, mate. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Did you enjoy your holiday?
Yeah, mate. Very good, thank you. All good. All good, all good.
Good. Just like to talk about this this momentum that we hope to look to build on. That win we had before the break, what I thought was absolutely huge for us, and hopefully we could build on it, because we've seen in the past that we put in a really good performance and then struggled to back that up really in the past. But I think under Martin Cifuentes, I think the mentality is beginning to change a little bit. I think the international break, I know it sounds strange, but I think it's come at a decent time, because I think it's allowed the coaching staff to enforce what may be working tactically and what's not, and get a few legs rested. So I think against Portsmouth, I think it's about setting the tempo straight away, showing we've got the confidence to go through. And if we get that early energy back into our game, I think the fans will feel it. And that's how momentum becomes a run, not just a moment. So I think that Portsmouth game, I think, will be a big test mentally more than anything at the weekend. So keep the standards high, and I think the momentum will take care of itself.
Yeah, mate, I hear what you're saying 100%, because I think that's a good point. It will be a big challenge mentally, because, you know, they had a real, you know, I'll call it a tough period. Was it 4 draws or 5 draws in a 4 draws in a row? I think.
Yeah, I think it was 4 draws in a row. I think.
Yeah, so 4 draws in a row. The Swansea game, you know, obviously put an end to that, and it was a very good performance as well. You know, a couple of great goals too, and another 3 points on the board. It kind of broke that cycle of just drawing games. But I think now, after a 2-week break, it's just super important that they take another step forward and not 2 back. You know, if we went and lost to Portsmouth, you know, a lot of fans will just be really disheartened by that, because I think, you know, it wasn't a slow start to the season, but it wasn't a quick start. It was kind of just steady. And I think some fans don't like steady, and some fans kind of got a bit impatient already with Marty and the team. With them 4 draws, and I think now with the win against Swansea, a lot of Leicester fans are like, okay, yeah, there is progress there. So if we were to drop points against Portsmouth, I think a lot of them fans would say, oh, maybe there isn't progress. Maybe we got lucky against Swansea. Maybe it was just because we scored 2, you know, wonder goals and all this, which I don't think is the case. But yeah, I agree with you, mate. That we really need. I mean, I was asking Craig there, Ryan, about the next 4 games. You know, Portsmouth, Hull, Millwall and Blackburn. I mean, I want 12 points from that. I think, sorry, not 12, 9. I want 9 points from that. And I look at them 4 games, and the only reason I'm not saying 12 points, Ryan, is because I'll take into account there's probably a banana skin there, right? There's probably a fixture in there that Millwall away. You know, we saw it under Enzo what happened there.
We don't do particularly great down in Millwall, do we?
So give me 2 answers. Give me what you think, what you want us to, what you would be happy with from them 4 games, and actually what you think will happen.
Oh, that's a good question, actually. I think we may get. I think we'll win 2 out of those 4. I think we may get. I'd say 7 or 8 points. I think. Yeah, but what was the last bit you said?
So that's what was that? Was that what you thought we'd get? What you think we'll get, or what you want?
That's what I think we'll get.
Okay. So what would you be happy with? What's the minimum you'd be happy with?
Yeah, the minimum I'd be happy with. Yeah, I'd probably say around 9 points, like you said. Yeah. I'd be more than happy with 9. I don't think I don't see us winning all 4. I just don't see that somehow, because obviously there will be an unexpected slip up somewhere.
Yeah. By the way, I've just seen that OH Leuven, they signed a manager in the summer, David Hubert. So that was their manager that they appointed in the summer.
David Hubert?
Yeah, David Hubert. He signed for them in the summer. He's already left to sign for Union Berlin.
Wow. Jeez.
I'm just gonna fact check this. David Hubert signed for OH Leuven in 2025 in the summer, and he's already left to go to not Union Berlin, but the other one. You know, the USG. Is that the one in Belgium? I think it's the one in Belgium. So that's crazy that he's already left and decided to go there. Launch the hats for us, Baldy Stocks. You want some hats? You want some BTG hats? I'll sort out a BTG hat, mate. I'll sort a BTG hat out, Ty, and I'll plug it on the next stream, mate. I'll sort that out later on tonight. Let me just bring this up as well, by the way, Ryan. So just to remind you guys again, even Hamza Chowdhury scored 2 goals. One of them was a free kick, more than Mavididi and Mongo combined. So should we get Hamza on the wing? But he's had a decent start to life for Bangladesh, hasn't he? Because I think he's scored 2 goals for Bangladesh in like 3 games or something.
Yeah, one of them was from a free kick, obviously. Yeah, I did hear that get a mention. So I haven't seen the goal back, but I'll watch it. Yeah, well, it must be some free kick, I assume.
Big shout out, by the way, to Ty Pennington with I think that's Swedish. What do they have in Sweden, Ryan? Corona? Swedish krona? I don't know, something like that. Coronavirus? No. Shout out to Ty, mate, for the 200 krone. Very much appreciate it, pal. I hope you're doing well, mate. Thank you so much, Ty. Always supporting the channel in multiple different ways, mate. So thank you so much, Ty. And I'll sort out the hats for you, mate. For you. Are you surprised that Hamza's just go on, Ryan?
Yeah, I would just like to talk about Marty Cifuentes as well. I'd say I think only one in the season. I think the players I felt were still adapting because obviously there was still, I would say, reeling from what happened last season. I think, but I think now you can see. I think his style of play is starting to come to fruition a little bit, even though it's taking a little bit of time. I think the movement, the pressing, the composure on the ball, I think is starting to feel much more, I say, natural. I think the balance is starting to get a little bit more of a balance in the team between control and creativity, I say. I thought that was more evident in the Swansea game. They're just gone. So I think what I like most, I think it's not built on luck or moments. I think it's about a clear philosophy that I think is slowly we're starting to see, I think, now. I think the patterns are starting to emerge. I think the players are starting to know their roles. I think there's a real buy-in from the squad. I don't think we've seen that for quite some time. I think with Marty starting to give us little bit of that back. So I think he's starting to build a little bit of a project now. I think it's not just about chasing short-term results and that kind of thing. And I think that's why I think the momentum we've got, I think, should, for this league, feel sustainable, I think. If we back him properly, hopefully, for his sake, and stay patient, I think this could be a foundation for something long-term and successful. Like we did with Nigel Pearson when we were in this division.
Yeah. I mean, Conboy from Bangladesh says I would play an unfit Ricardo over Hamza and also an injured Monga over Mavididi. Step over Didi. My Bangladesh spammer friends will spam his name in every Leicester City pages. I apologise for this. No worries, mate. I know you don't spam, so you're all good, mate. You're all good.
I'd just like to ask you this question, by the way.
Go on, mate.
Even when Steffi Mavididi's back, would you still pick Jeremy Monga over Steffi?
Absolutely, because I'm sorry, but Jeremy Monga is better than Steffi Mavididi. I keep saying it over and over and over and over again. A 16-year-old is better than Steffi Mavididi. Now, I was listening to what was I listening to? It might have been BTG. So I'm getting it might have been
your own channel.
Yeah, it might have been yesterday's show. Someone will have to confirm. Whoever watched it yesterday, did you watch it? Right? Somebody said yesterday. It was either on BTG or something else that maybe we've just already seen the peak of Mavididi. Like maybe that season 2 years ago was just his peak. That was the very best.
Oh yes, I did listen to that.
And maybe I think maybe Michael might have said it.
I think it might have been Michael that said it on Good Morning Glasses. I think that presented. I think.
Yeah, and I just think that's a good point. Like maybe that was his peak, and you know, look, we know that he's better than what we're seeing right now.
Yeah,
but every single day of the week, I would play Jerry Monga over Steffi Mavididi. I get what people say when they say, "Oh, it was Elm." There we go, says Keith. What I would say is that I get why people say, "Oh, well, Monga's been better coming off the bench. Like he's been better as an impact, right?" And you know, with the tiring fullbacks, I understand that, but I just think Monga gives us the better chance. If Ryan, if you had a bet on your life, sorry to get grim here, if you had a bet on your life, Leicester City had to win for you to stay alive, and you picked the team, are you picking Mavididi or Monga?
Yeah, I definitely would pick Jeremy Monga. I just love watching the kid.
I'm picking Monga.
I'm picking him because that boy just absolutely glued to his feet. I keep saying it. I mean, the skills that he's got when he's on it, I just love seeing. I mean, that commentary game is one of the best examples of it. I think was it when he schemed one or two players in the same move. I just love watching the kid.
Yeah,
and when he's on the ball, it's not like he's hesitant to when to take on his man or don't stop. He just keeps going. I just love seeing that from Jeremy Monga.
Yeah, I agree. Right, I'm going to let you go, Ryan, mate. Thank you so much for calling, pal. Okay. Much appreciated. We'll see you next time, mate, all right?
You're welcome.
Nice one, mate. Cheers to Ryan. I'm going to have to do this again. By the way, who saw this on the weekend? How funny was this at the darts? John Rudkin sniffs bike seats. 1 second. 1940. There we go. John Rudkin sniffs bike seats. That was going on at the darts yesterday. That was quite funny. So there we go. Right, next caller, as I said in the thing, is going to be Charles from the Dallas Foxes. So let's get Charles in. How you doing, mate?
Good. How you doing? Drag me off my deathbed, right?
Oh, are you poorly?
Yeah, I'm a bit sick. You know, I'm all right. I had a dodgy Indian, shall I say?
What did you have? What did you have from the Indian?
Oh, I only had, well, Indians over here, it's all Mexican food, right? So Indians are few and far, but not few and far between. There's quite a few, but you can get good ones, but I like down and dirty ones, usually cheap ones. So I had to drive like 20 miles. I had chicken masala, and I had a keema naan, and the place was a dump, and I was the only one there, and I thought, okay, I'll go for it. The food was really good, but ever since then I've had like not the runs, but just in the bottom of my stomach, it's sort of growling a bit. So I don't know whether it was that or what it ever was, but I'm just a bit.
Was it
No, not really. I mean, I'm used to it. Do you know what phal is? PHAL? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
It's the hottest Indian you can get. I can eat those. And that's the thing about over here. They'll ask you how hot you want it, right? Because the American palate, I mean, we eat spicy food with Mexicans and stuff, but not compared to Indians. So if somebody asks me, well, how hot do you want it? 1 to 5, I go, well, the hottest you've got plus 10%. And they go, are you sure?
So
and then you get that, and it's up to, if you say that, you're up to Vindaloo level, really, but not. I mean, so that's okay.
I can't go. Yeah, I can't. I've been working on it, Charles. I mean, I used to struggle with a. I mean, when I was a little bit younger, maybe 5 years ago, like the furthest I'd go was a korma. Literally just miles.
Oh, bloody hell.
Miles. But
yeah.
over the last couple of years, I've been training myself. So I've just been, every time I get something a bit hotter and a bit hotter. So I'm getting there. But I love chili paneer. That's my favorite at the minute. Chili paneer.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Sorry, a little sidetrack here. But anybody who shops at Aldi in the chat in England, please. They've got a new curry range out, and their chicken paneer is paneer masala is incredible. So you should go check that out. Anyway, Charles, talk to me about Leicester. We've not had any football for like over a week, any Leicester for over a week. But how are you feeling about everything at the moment? Are you feeling positive?
Confident. Yeah, 9 points from the next 3 games. I mean, Portsmouth could be sticky because they're on a high from beating Middlesbrough. Millwall, yeah, they're sort of up there. But what's the other one? Hull. No, I think we'll do quite well if we get it right, and still get a bit frustrated with who he puts up front. Marty puts up, Daka. I think that might.
So what
change.
you want him to start Carranza? Because I'm going to be honest, Charles. I know people will say it's jumping the gun, but everything we've seen of Carranza so far has been pretty much the same as this, isn't it? It's not been great from Carranza so far.
No, maybe Jordan Ayew, but I think we need a striker. I think if we haven't got a proper striker playing at the moment. Daka is supposed to be a number 9. What is he? Ayew does his best and does really well. But I think we need to give Carranza 90 minutes at least, or start him and see how he gets on. To come on, and try and pick up. You can be a super sub, but I think he's more of a target man. I think we might play to our strengths better, and we need a striker that's going to score goals. I posted out of the 13 goals we have, only one have been scored by a recognised striker, and that's Jordan Ayew against Oxford. The rest are coming from midfield and defence, that's not good enough. I mean, if we want it, that'll take us up to playoffs, but we need somebody who's going to bang in at least 10 or 15 goals. Is it Carranza? I don't know. I haven't seen much of him. He needs to settle in, and the reason Marty didn't play him early on, I think he is not struggling to fit in, but he's got to find his feet. It's a different league, but he should be up and running now, I would think. And he's not on international duty, I don't think. So he should be training, and I hope he starts him. And, if he's crap, at least we know. At least we know. But at the moment...
Well, this is what I kept saying about Edouard, Charles, last season. Because I kept saying about Edouard, mate. I kept saying, can it get any worse than what we were seeing last season? Why are we not? This guy, is stuck here for the season, earning however much a week it was. Why are we not just throwing him in? Start him in one of the games, man. Let's just see if he can do anything. Because at this point, I'm talking like February, March, when I think it was rock bottom for us last season. Just losing every week and not scoring any goals. And I was like, mate, why is this guy not even just let him run around for fucking 90 minutes at least? Do you know what I mean? I don't get it.
Yeah, I think with Edouard, I mean, I don't know the guy, and we don't know what happened, but did he play like 2 games, if that, 2 parts things? But I think an attitude, that was a panic loan. It really was. And, when he was at Celtic, he sort of almost down tools. Well, he was doing really well. He was banging up. That's just, Scottish Premier League, and then he goes to Palace, and he never did anything at Palace. And he was there a couple of 2 or 3 years where we actually, and I think they were amazed we actually wanted him because he was useless. And he was. I think he's just attitude, and he's just not good. Not good. I think with Carranza, I mean, he was good for Philadelphia over here. I mean, but it's, the MLS, but he did look like somebody we could use in the championship, at least. Yeah. So at least give him a try. Give him a try. If he balls it up, we know pretty quickly what's going to go on. He has to fit in, and who knows? He just needs a goal. If he can get a goal, I think he could be the missing link. If not, go back to Ayew. I don't want to see Patson Daka play again. He's had too many chances. He's just not doing it. And people say, well, he's the presser, and he does all this and he does that. Yeah, but that's not what we want as a number 9. We want somebody who's going to score goals. But Daka just doesn't look like he's going to score at all. I mean, I think if the opposition didn't have a goalkeeper, he probably wouldn't even score there.
Maybe Charles. Maybe they're trying to get him. Hope he scores a couple goals, puts himself in the shop window, and we can cash in January for like 5 million or something. But allegedly, yeah. But allegedly, Charles, we turned down a bid from Celta Vigo, I want to say it was, or someone like that, in the summer, and we were asking for 10 million for Patson Daka. 10 million. I don't know what they were sniffing or smoking, or injecting. Let me just quickly ask you about this as well, Charles, because he kicks off in 5 minutes. But this man here, Jordan James, what have you made this start? Because I'm super excited to see, what is still to come from him. He looks great.
Yeah, he's a great player. He's one of our. I mean, he's exciting. The only downside is he's fucking Welsh. Sorry. Just kidding. No, I mean, keeping fit. He's brilliant, man. He really is. And yeah, I think he's going to get better and better and better. Long as he doesn't get injured. I mean, what did he score last time out? Hit the post. He's got everything. He's aggressive. He's exactly what. Yeah.
Twice in a row, right? 2 games in a row he scored.
And he hit the post last time out as well. That actually almost went in. If it, just an inch to the other side, it would have gone in. He's exactly what we need, and he's. I don't know what I wish we could sign him now because it's $6 million or whatever it is. Is it $4 million or $6 million or £4 million? I don't know, or £6 million. That is a snip. And the only thing is, if he puts himself into the window, like he's been on the bench for Wales. I think he starts tonight, as you said. That puts and people start tracking him. That number's going to go up maybe, unless we've got but we can't buy him. Yeah.
It's an option to buy. So I, as far as I'm aware, that means the fee is already agreed. So it's just on us to action it. Basically.
Hopefully, as long as we don't get gazumped, because he's worth every penny of $6 million. Even that.
And you don't know if we'll get a transfer embargo. Imagine we got a transfer embargo and we just can't sign him. That would be fucking.
I'm confident in Nick. Nick DeMarco, I think, is going to come up. He's not going to stop everything, but I'm not too sure how this works. It's an independent tribunal, isn't it? It's not the EFL.
Yeah.
It goes to an independent tribunal for 3 people. They come up and they recommend the EFL, I think, or whatever. I don't know whether Nick DeMarco can get in the same room as them, or is it just a closed shop? But this is the reason. I honestly believe this is the reason why we're not spending any money at all. Like, we didn't spend any money this summer. Nick DeMarco has gone to the board and say, look, give me ammunition to use. And one bit of ammunition is to say, look, we didn't spend a freaking penny. We sold $30-40 million pounds worth of players. We're doing our best. We I think there's 3 points we're up for, aren't we? 3 breaches, 3 charges. If he can get us off a couple of them, like not one was late disclosure or something, that could be confusion between the changeover, or
I think we have ground. Yeah, I think we do have grounds for that one, because there was it was contentious about who we needed to supply for. Just quickly, Charles, let me just show you this very quickly. Look at this. Talking of Daka. £1.3 million per goal. That's how much Daka's cost us.
Without salary, without his wages either. That's just
his transfer fee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Charles, I'm going to let you go, mate. We've already had a plug from Craig for the show tonight, but give it one more time. Go on, we'll hear it from you this time.
Fox is on the box. It's too early in the morning for you guys, but if anybody wants to pop on and see it on YouTube or whatever, it's at Fox is on the box, and it's just a few of us chewing the fat. Pop on, see if you like it. Do a like. We're not like you every day. We just do it once a week just for fun. And we're trying to get people around the States. Mark is in Charlotte, but he's sick today. We got a few people in Dallas. I'm trying to get somebody from Miami on board and stuff like that.
Mark had a dodgy curry as well.
Yeah, he was traveling last week, and he's apparently got something wrong with him. He picked something up wherever he went, so he's out. But it's Craig and I at the moment, maybe with Zach and Aaron, maybe pop on as well. But it's fun. We just pop on, see what we like, and pop a like.
Nice one, mate. Cheers, Charles. See you soon, mate. All the best. Thank you so much. Right, we've got our last 2 callers coming up. We're going to be Imran and then Ross. And that'll be it for the night. One more time, very quickly. Two things. First thing, where am I going? Wrong way. Oh, now I'm lagging. There we go. If you like what you see, that Jamie Vardy print, every single goal, every single bit stat, all his awards, all his trophies. If you like the look of that, then you can get that from thebeautifulframe.com. Use code BTG12 at checkout. And also, I was going to say another big shout out to Ty Pennington, as always, supporting the channel, mate, with the 200 Krona. Thank you so much, mate. All the best. Right, let's get Imran in. Imran is on his way. Here he is. What's going on, mate?
Yeah, how's it going? Locks, welcome back.
Good to see you, mate. Yeah, been a while. Good to see you, mate. How's things? You got got
things...
your own holiday coming up. You're all good, mate. You're laughing, you are.
Yeah, no, I'm jet setting away, going to the same place that you went to, but not the same resort. But yeah, looking forward to half term. Need a break after the year I've had, but yeah, should be good.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Talk to me then, mate. I asked Charles the same thing. How are you feeling at the minute with Leicester? Are you feeling confident, positive, worried, sad? What are you thinking? What's going through your mind?
I'm still confident, right? I still think we're in a very good position. We're third in the table. We've played rubbish, let's be honest, right? And we're still third. I kept saying this, didn't I? It's a poor league, the Championship. Every game's difficult. Every game is difficult. Yeah, if we make it difficult, it's difficult, right? And we've made it difficult so far. And I think that once this international break's over, in fact, I think there's another international break in November, right? Once that international break is over, I think you'll start seeing Marty's way of playing. The players will be a lot more accustomed to the system. And I honestly think you'll see us going to third, fourth gear. I don't think we've hit second gear yet. I think once we start playing the Marty way that he wants us to play, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's where my head's at, I think, Imran, because, I was saying it earlier to Ryan, but I feel like there was a lot of concern and worry from some fans when we went on that four-draw streak. And then when we got the win against Swansea, I feel like a lot of people thought, okay, but there is progress. It kind of showed people that there is progress being made. And I don't think we will drop points. I think we will beat Portsmouth. But Imran, if we did drop points, you could see some
the
fans
gloom. The gloom will set in again, right? Especially against Portsmouth. But look, the positives are, and I kept saying this to you guys as well, right? In our private chats and stuff, that we've not lost in 7 now, right? I think we're undefeated in 7. And that's good for momentum, right? I know the 4 draws didn't do us. Look, we shouldn't have drawn against West Brom, right? Let's be honest, we should have lost that game. The Oxford game, we had a player down in the first, 15 minutes or so. So we scrambled a draw there as well. I think we were very, very unfortunate against Coventry. We should have won that game if we weren't for Mavadidi missing an absolute sitter. Wrexham, we should have won as well, really, right? We just fell away in the second half for some reason. We just didn't play. And Marty made that point in his post-match interview. So it's not been all doom and gloom. We've still not seen a solid 90 minutes, right? And I think that's coming. It's coming soon. I'm going to miss the Portsmouth game, unfortunately, on Saturday because I won't be here. But I was really looking forward. I'll watch it, obviously, wherever I'm going to be in Turkey. But I'm going to make sure I watch that game because I'm looking forward to playing against some opposition at home, a home game. And they're not that great, Portsmouth. So I really want to see us attack that game. And then I guess the conversation about Patson Daka, we all giving him a hard time. But let's try to be positive about that as well, right? Like he does press from the front now, gives us that added dimension of pace, which IU doesn't give us. And I honestly think, right, he 2 points with Daka. If we can get a goal, if he can just get a goal, it's like Mavadidi's situation, right? If Mavadidi can get an assist or a goal, I think that'll kick him on. Same with Patson Daka, right? I think if he can just get a goal off his backside or, off his nose or whatever, I think we might start seeing a few goals from him, which will increase the price, right? Like you said. And the other thing that we all keep forgetting about Patson Daka, right? I think he's like when this system, and I keep coming back to this stupid system 4-3-3. I just don't like it. I think Daka needs a partner, right? He needs a partner in crime up there with him, similar to Kelechi Iheanacho, right? He always needed Vardy with him for him to get the goals, and I think that's same with Patson Daka. I think when he was with Erling Haaland at RB, was it Salzburg? Yeah, when he was the decoy for Haaland, right? So I'm just hoping maybe him and Carranza can start one game up front, maybe against Portsmouth. I don't know if that can work. Justin James looks absolutely a star find.
Justin James?
Jordan James. Jordan James, sorry. What am I talking about? Jordan James looks like a star find for us, right? Absolutely amazing. I think he's gonna become better and better as the season goes on. And we've still not seen Aaron Ramsey as well. Like obviously he got sent off, and I think he'll make a difference in that 10 position as well if he gets a chance to play there. So, look, we just got to be positive. I was expecting, like I said, I said from the beginning, minimum is playoffs, but I was expecting top 2 finish. Even with the squad we've got Vestergaard and Fast. No one likes them, but this is their level. They can get us promoted. The only weak spot, I guess, is our left back, which we've discussed. So things are looking okay, right? Let's try to be positive on this start of the week in October.
Yeah, this is true as well, as I said earlier to Charles, but the price for JJ is set as well. That's
how much is it? How much is that?
Apparently, it's around 6 million. It's around 6 million. I don't know the exact figure, but it's a steal, man. It's a steal. It's a steal.
Yeah, it's an absolute. It's a bargain, right? Like, if you buy him for 6 million, in a couple of years' time, he'll be worth 25-30 million easy, right? Especially if you're in the Premier League. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him develop during this loan spell. And you know what? The other thing, Locks, that no one's mentioning, he wants to play for Leicester. Have you noticed that? He actually wants to play. Have you seen his interviews? Jordan is bang on. Like, he wants to. I think he's a Midlands boy, and he wants to be here, and that makes a big difference, right? If you want to be here, you're going to try harder. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him, like I said, develop and hopefully push us on for that promotion push this season.
And people are saying, I can't get the game up for some reason, but people are saying that he's almost just got an assist as well against Belgium. Very close. Good chance creation. So, yeah, right in run. Thank you so much. When are you flying, mate? When are you going?
I'm leaving on Friday. I'm going for 9 nights, so I'm going to miss a couple of games, but I'll be watching. Don't you worry.
Yeah, man, 9 nights. That's what
and then I think we've got that double header. I think we've got that double header right at home. End of October, beginning of November. I think we've got 2 home games back to back. So
that is the week that Graham Brock is in town. Everybody prepare yourselves. Graham will be in Leicestershire for them 2 games. So I will be attending a game. I'll be coming to a game with Graham. I know that's happening. So.
Okay, brilliant.
Interesting. Okay, Imran, safe travels. If we don't speak to you again, mate, all the best, and we'll see you soon, pal. Care. Cheers.
Right.
Have a good holiday, mate. Bye-bye. Okay, our final caller of the night is on his way. It's going to be Rossi, LCFC 1993. What Leicester have got more than a lot of teams is strength and depth, which will be crucial. Michael, he had a choice of Leicester, Wrexham and Birmingham, and he chose Leicester. Says a lot. Yeah, because obviously Wrexham for his Welsh links. Birmingham because he came through their academy, obviously, and he's got history there, and he still chose Leicester. So, yes, very good. Buzz said JJ almost assisted. Harry Suter will be back as well towards the end of the year. Absolute cinema incoming. He is on his way. Great chance creation ball. Yeah, 100% right. Let's get him in, and I can confirm that Rossi LCFC 1993 is the worst FIFA player. He is the worst player on our FIFA Pro Clubs team, FC 2026 Clubs team. So let's see what he has to say about that. I'll let him defend himself.
Hey, leave me alone, Locks.
I'm trying to think of a winger that you play like Rashid Ghazal.
No, it's more like Danny Nguessen.
What's going on, mate? What's going on?
My son's just arrived. Want to say hello, Charlie?
Hello.
Right, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I don't usually do that, but I don't want to talk about any football except I want to talk about one man, and it's Milan Mandaric. We haven't spoke about him. Obviously, for those who don't know,
wait to lower the mood, Ross. But no, go for it.
No, but this is great because obviously Milan Mandaric is the reason that Leicester are here today. Without him, we won't be a football club. We went bust in 2007. 2006-07, and he came in and saved our club. We were £20 million in debt. Now, at the time, 20 million is still a lot of money, but that's nothing these days. And obviously, he brought not the best of managers, but we went down to League One and come back up, and that's what sometimes you need to do. You come back down, you need to rebuild. Nigel Pearson came in, one of our greatest managers in this era. Got us up, stabilised the club. Milan stabilised the club. Yeah, you got some managers with brutal sackings and stuff like that. But end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. And he said in an interview, and he actually did a lot of interviews as a chairman. Not for if you remember late night kickoff. Remember? So basically, when BBC had the Football League show, and you used to have a thing called late night kickoff. Hang on,
Okay.
hang on, I forgot to put Milan on. 1 second. There he is, Mr. Milan Mandaric. So basically, without him, we wouldn't be a club. And he said in interviews, he said if you can't get Leicester in the Premier League in 3 years, he would sell the club. And that was when he came in 2007. Obviously, sold the club, and obviously to Vichai. So all I'm saying is Milan Mandaric started the Leicester City vision, and Vichai finished it.
And he
obviously
introduced us to Nigel Pearson as well.
He
Obviously.
did. He introduced us to Nigel Pearson and stuff like that. But no, and obviously this Saturday we've got Portsmouth, and obviously, funny enough, he saved them as well. So he's a legend at both clubs. I think it'll be an emotional game on Saturday. Like I said, for the ones that were pre, all this, I know everyone's a bit younger fans these days, but for those who don't, Milan Mandaric was a great guy. Sound to earth. He did any interview he would. Literally, I can't remember her name at East Midlands today. That the ginger hair woman.
Oh, with the big nose.
I forgot her name, but she used to always interview at Milan all the time. If Milan, if he said, "Oh, Milan, do you want an interview?" He goes, "Yeah, I'll do it." At least he gave interviews and stuff like that. And obviously, you have your ups and downs. Of course, you do in being a chairman. But I see more good in Milan than I don't think there was any bad, with the exception of League One, of course. But again, we had 41 players. We had like some strange players that we had, and obviously he stabilised the club, got us out of debt, and obviously sold the club to the right owners. And so that's all I want to say tonight. I'm not about I've been bored all week, and obviously it was a great match when we beat Swans. It was great, and then when I heard the sad news, it was saddening. Because I remember I was talking to Mr. Whistle about Milan a few weeks prior and stuff, and great man.
Yeah. We'll stick to just not talking about football. Just very quickly, Ross, just to finish.
Yeah.
What did you make to that John Cena AJ Styles match, mate?
Amazing. Phenomenal. Absolutely incredible. I've watched Raw. Obviously, it was on at 1 o'clock this afternoon before.
Oh, spoilers, everybody!
Not saying anything. No, it was on at 1 o'clock because it was in Australia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's before Vodafone decided to go down for the entire 3 hours. But no, on a serious note, it was great, phenomenal. By the way, no pun intended. But no, honestly, rest in peace, Mr. Milan. Honestly, Saturday will be emotional again. I think that's why Sky Sports have put it on Sky Sports Plus now, because originally it wasn't on Sky, but we were the only game at night, and I thought they decided to put it on. So, but Milan, obviously, that good for those that are in the chat. People that knew Milan, obviously in that era, he saved us. We wouldn't be a club today without Milan Mandaric. That is basically it. Again, he started the vision of Premier League, and Vichai finished it. So thank you, Milan.
And Top killed it. Sorry, just throw that.
We'll make that far, but we'll leave it on Vichai finished it.
Yeah. We'll leave it there. Right. Cheers, Ross. I'll see you soon, mate. All the best. Take care.
Play some pubs if you want.
See you soon, mate. Cheers. See you in a bit, mate. Bye-bye. Okay, well, there we go. That's the end of the call-in show tonight. I'm going to go and watch Wales versus Belgium. Wales are 1-0 up through a Joe Rodon goal, I believe. And Jordan James is on the pitch. So, thank you. Big shout out to everybody who joined us tonight on the call-in show. It's been a while, like I said, 3 weeks. So we are back now, and it should be next Monday as well, and the Monday after that. So no holidays coming up for me, unfortunately. So it'll be all steam ahead until Christmas. Big shout out to Ty Pennington again for the 200 krona. Hope you're doing well, mate. Thank you so much, pal. Again, as always, supporting the channel. And for one final time, a reminder, if you want to get your hands on your own Jamie Vardy print just like this, then let me just move the thing out of the way. There we go. If you want your own Jamie Vardy print just like this, then you can head to thebeautifulframe.com. Very easy to remember, thebeautifulframe.com, and you can get your own. Just remember to use BTG12 at checkout for a 12% discount. You'll be helping out a very local Leicester business, actually. They are local to Leicester, 2 lads. So big shout out to them, guys. So yeah, cheers all. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Mondays. We will be back live tomorrow night for another analysis all about Marti Cifuentes. So make sure you join us for that one. And I'll see you myself very soon, Wednesday night. So cheers all. Take care. Big shout out to our new sponsor, The Beautiful Frame. They have absolutely smashed it with this Jamie Vardy piece. They're a local Leicester business as well, which makes it even better. And not just Leicester, they do prints for other clubs too. Honestly, perfect if you're stuck for a birthday or Christmas present. The best bit, they've sorted Blue Tinted Glasses followers with a discount. Just use the code BTG12 at checkout for money off. Grab yours now at thebeautifulframe.com. The link is in the description of the video.